How I burn fat and build muscle at the same time. If your goal is to build muscle, you've probably heard this a million times. Just go on a bulk. Eat more, lift heavy, trust the process. I'm sorry, but I just don't love that advice for most women. Because yes, you will build muscle, but you'll also gain fat. That is just annoying to lose after. And then what happens? You panic, you cut calories, you try to lean out, and suddenly you've lost the fat, but also the muscle you just spent months building has gone too. So now you're back to square one, and even more frustrated. Most people just keep repeating this cycle over and over again, thinking it's normal. I remember when I first got into fitness, I felt like I was being pulled in two completely different directions. One side was like, eat more, build muscle, don't be scared of weight gain. The other side was like, you need to lose fat first. And I was just there thinking, okay, cool, but what if I want to do both? I don't want to be bulky, but I also don't want to be skinny with no shape. I want to look strong, lean, toned, which, let's be honest, is what most of us actually want. This is where no one really gives you a clear answer, because the fitness industry loves extremes. It's either all in on a bulk or all in on a cut. There's no in between. But there actually is, and it's called body recomposition. Body recomp is not magic. It's not like you just exist and suddenly build muscle and lose fat. It only works if you give your body the right signals, and those signals come from your training, nutrition, and your lifestyle. If one of those things is off, the whole thing slows down. This is where most women get frustrated, because they're doing some things right, but not the right things consistently. My name's Alex. I help women from all over the world transform their bodies, get leaner, stronger, and less inflamed through an anti-inflammatory diet, healthier lifestyle habits, and workouts anyone can do no matter how busy they are. Now, before you switch off, because it sounds complicated, it's really not. All it means is you're losing fat and building muscle at the same time. So your weight might not change loads, but your body does. In this picture, there is only 1 or 2 kilograms difference on the scales, but visibly, the change is a lot more than 1 kilogram of weight loss. You look tighter, more defined, clothes fit better, you feel stronger. Basically, you look like you actually train. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is not the quickest way to see change. If you want to drop weight fast, yeah, you can go into a big calorie deficit and the scale will move. But will it last? Probably not. Will we feel amazing doing it? Probably not. What I love about this approach is that it actually fits into your lifestyle. You're not constantly starting again every Monday. You're not cutting out foods you enjoy. You're not thinking about food 24/7. You're just doing the basics well, consistently. And honestly, for most women I work with, this is exactly what they need, because they're not beginners anymore, but they've also never been consistent enough to actually see what their body can do. So let's talk about what this actually looks like without overcomplicating it. First, training. If you want your body to change, you need to give it a reason to, and that reason is strength training. Not random workouts you found on TikTok, not sweating in the spin class for the sake of it. You need to actually challenge your body, and this is where people get it wrong. They think they need to completely change their workouts every week. You don't. You need to get better at the same movements over time. That's it. Lift a little heavier, do an extra rep, slow it down, improve your form. It's not sexy, but it works. And realistically, you only need like 3 or 4 sessions a week. You don't need to be in the gym every single day, because if you can't stick to it, it doesn't matter how perfect it is. A lot of women still train like their goal is to just burn calories instead of actually changing their body. And those are two very different things. If your workouts are always high reps, super light weights, constant jumping around, trying to feel burnt out, you're not really giving your body a reason to build muscle. You're just getting tired. Muscle comes from tension, from challenge, from progression. So instead of asking, how sweaty was that workout? Start asking, did I actually get stronger? Because that's the goal. And also, stop being scared of lifting heavy. You are not going to wake up looking like a bodybuilder overnight. That takes years of intentional training. What actually happens, you get shape, definition, that toned look everyone wants. Alongside that, your steps. I know it's not exciting and it's definitely something you're probably sick of hearing, but there's a reason for that. Steps will change everything. If you're currently doing 3,000 or 4,000 a day and then bring that up to 8,000 to 10,000, you will notice a difference without killing yourself in the gym. And while we're here, we need to talk about cardio, because so many women think I need to do loads of cardio to lose fat. You don't. Cardio is a tool, not the foundation. If you rely on cardio alone, you end up overtraining, constantly hungry, losing muscle, which is the opposite of what we want. That's why steps are so powerful. They're low stress, easy to recover from, and you can actually stick to them long term. Now, let's talk about food, because this is where people either go extreme or give up completely. Another mistake I see all the time is people being good all day and then under-eating early on, which leads to overeating later. So instead of skipping breakfast or having a coffee and calling it a meal, try this. Build your meals around protein first. For example, instead of toast and butter, go eggs on toast and avocado. Instead of plain salad, go chicken or salmon salad. Same meals, just structured better. And this is what stabilizes your energy and hunger. For body recomposition, you do not need to slash your calories. You just need a small deficit. That's it. Not 1,200 calories and crying, not cutting carbs and losing your personality, just slightly less than what you're currently eating. And then the biggest game changer, protein. If you're always hungry, snacking all the time, thinking about food constantly, this is probably why. When you actually start eating enough protein, you stay fuller for longer, your energy is better, your cravings chill out, and suddenly fat loss feels easier. And no, you don't need to make your diet complicated. You don't need 20 different recipes. You don't need to be cooking for hours every day. Just find a few meals you actually like that hit your protein and repeat them. That's literally what I did, and that's what my clients do. Because consistency comes from simplicity. And to make this even more clear, this is what a realistic day could look like. Breakfast, high proteins, something quick like eggs, yogurt, protein oats. Lunch, chicken, rice, avocado, veggies, balanced meal. Dinner, prawn, stir fry, noodles, veggies, something you actually enjoy. For snacks, something protein-based, not just grabbing whatever's in the cupboard. Greek yogurt with berries. Then, your steps. 8 to 10K across the day. Workouts, 45 minutes, 3 or 4 days a week. That's it, strength training. No extremes, no overthinking. Also, quick reality check. If you're on track Monday to Friday and then the weekend comes and it's chaos, you're not on a deficit anymore. One roast dinner on a Sunday with a dessert and a bottle of wine can easily bring your deficit to maintenance. And if Saturday night also involved a takeaway or an almond croissant in the morning, that's enough to put you in a surplus. And this is where people feel like nothing is working. Now, something that gets massively overlooked is recovery. You can be training well, you can be eating well, but if you're sleeping 5 hours a night, stressed out, constantly exhausted, your body is not going to respond how you want it to. Sleep is honestly one of the most underrated fat loss tools. 7 to 9 hours, non-negotiable. And then the last thing, which I think most people struggle with the most, is patience. Because with body recomp, the scale might not move at all. And people panic. But meanwhile, your body is changing, you're getting stronger, your clothes are fitting better. That is progress. You have to stop chasing perfect, because the women who get the best results aren't the ones doing everything perfectly. They're the ones who are consistent when life isn't. They still show up when they're busy. They still make good choices when they're tired. They don't throw the whole week away because of one meal. That's the difference. Most people quit because they don't see instant results. But if you actually gave this 3 to 6 months, you would look completely different. And this is why I love this approach so much, because it's not about quick fixes. It's about building something that actually lasts. You don't need to constantly diet. You don't need to restrict yourself. You just need to get really good at the basics. Keep showing up. I get women come to me saying, I've tried everything, nothing works. The reason most people don't see results with this is not because it doesn't work, it's because they don't give it long enough. They do it for 2 weeks, don't see drastic scale changes, and then go back to cutting calories or doing something extreme. Your body needs time to adapt, especially as a woman. Hormones, stress, lifestyle, everything matters. So if you take anything from this video, let it be this. You don't need to punish your body to change it. You don't need to swing between extremes. You don't need to start again every Monday. You just need a structured plan, enough food, proper training, and consistency over time. And if you actually stick to that, your body will change, not overnight, but in a way that actually lasts. So if you're stuck right now thinking, should I bulk, should I cut? Maybe the answer is neither. Maybe the answer is to stop overcomplicating it and actually do both properly. If this helped and you want me to break this down into something you can actually follow step by step, for more information on how to work one-to-one with me, click the first link in the description. I'd love to help you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.